Everybody, and welcome to Thursday night. It's Techie night on the Woody Show, where it's just me, not the other two reprobates, just me talking about techie issues. And the most favourite subject for techie issues just lately is how do I improve my Twitch stream? How do I get more viewers? How do I get more subscribers? Well, what can I say? Look at the way that I'm inundated. I've got two of you out there. Hello, both of you. Come in, say hi. Don't be afraid to join. I'd say anything, even if it's piss off. A lot of this isn't how I was going to start, but I want to start by saying is a lot of people that I see in the forums on Reddit and Facebook groups and Reddit subreddits, and what they say is, well, I'm not going to talk to anybody if they don't talk to me. Or how can I talk to people when there's nobody there? Well, I've basically got nobody there at the moment. So do you know what? I'm going to actually carry on like I've got 1,000 people there. And I'm not playing games in between. So I'm actually holding this entire stream together by just talking to, in this case, nobody. And that's what you've got to do. You've actually got to learn to talk to people even though there's nobody there. Twitch streaming is a funny thing. No, I tell a lie. It's not Twitch streaming is a funny thing. It's Twitch streamers are a funny thing. Because what they want is they want fame and fortune with little or no effort. I see we've just picked up another viewer, so come on in, say hi, let me know you're there. What they want is they want fame and fortune with little or no effort. Preferably no effort. It's what I call the McDonald's Society. And what I mean by the McDonald's Society is we want our food pre-prepared, preheated, pre-packaged and ready to eat. We don't care how it got to that stage. We don't want to know how to kill a cow, how to butcher a cow, how to make it into burgers and how to cook it. We don't want any of that. What we want is we want our food instantly. And this is the same with modern Twitch, instant gratifications. For Twitch fame and fortune, you should have been on Twitch 12 years ago. I should have been on Twitch 12 years ago. And it's only a fool that doesn't know that. It's 12 years is where the people that are making the real money on Twitch, that's when they started. There's been a very few exceptions to people that have made money since then, because they were on the ground floor when Twitch really started. And they worked hard. Any of us now, what we're doing is we're hitting the ground with a 12-year deficit. This 12-year deficit's got to be made up somehow. But more importantly, it's got to be made up by people that are willing to do the work. Now, at the moment, a lot of Twitch streamers, and I see this every day, and I'm going to go through some of them in a minute, they don't want to do the effort. They don't want to make the work. They don't want to do it's little or no effort. They want their Twitch instantly. They just expect that if you're making a live broadcast, the crowds will come flocking to them to see what they're saying. It doesn't work like that. It really doesn't work like that. Let's take Facebook. I'm in several Facebook Twitch groups, and I'm just going to go into one of them now. And let's have a look at the way that people do it, right? Okay? So just bear with me while I'm going to sidetrack for a minute, because this might be the last techie night I do for a little while, because those that know me know that I have a cancer. I have a blood cancer called follicular lymphoma. And tomorrow I start chemotherapy, which is something very nasty, something called R-chop, and it might actually knock my feet off of, might knock me off of my feet. I don't know, and I may not be able to stream for a few weeks, but that's all right. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. I can manage with that. I've been in the hospital today. I've had my PICC line fitted. That's where they're going to give me my chemotherapy. They're going to put it into my arm via that PICC line. So let's have a look at how people promote themselves on Reddit, the subreddits, and Facebook groups. Well, they don't. That's the problem. You're not doing it. And what you're actually doing is you're actually just wasting everybody's time, and what you're doing is a waste of space. Hello. Can anybody help me find some viewers? Twitch link and that's it. That's the very first one in this group that I'm looking at, right? Here's another one, right? Here's another one. I see a lot of comments on the social platform of people wanting to leave since they're not getting the viewership they think they deserve. What viewership do you deserve? Do you want the viewers just to come running to your doorstep and say, you're wonderful, that's how I'm doing it? Well, that's not how it works. And other posts like that, and other people just drop their links and just say, here I am, come and watch me. Doesn't work like that. You've actually got to do some hard work. Let's just look at Facebook for a minute, okay? One of the most important tools with Facebook you've got is something that hardly anybody uses. All right? Go into any Facebook group that you're a member of and click on somebody's username. Now, what that does is that takes you through to their Facebook bio page. And that bio page is unique to that group. Go through the Twitch streamer groups, right, and click on people's Facebook and click on people's names and see how many people do not use that bio page to promote their Twitch stream. Absolutely crazy. They sit there and they demand viewers, but they will not do anything about it. And that's just a simple thing that anybody could do. Just a couple of changes on editing your bio, and you've got somebody there for something to click through. If I'm looking through one of the forums, and you're not actually an OP of a thread, but you say something in a thread, oh, that guy looks interesting, I wonder if he's got a stream. I'll click through on your name. If I can't see that you've got a stream on that click through, I'm out of there. So you've just wasted an opportunity there. I've got my stream advertised on my click through, and it's something that everybody could do, but they don't. It's just such a simple thing that makes it so interesting. Another thing is people that lose the ability to speak English, all right? Here's an example. Come and chill and vibe with me. Let's throw some dubs. Give me some love. Smash that follow button. And I'm thinking, what language are you talking? What language are you actually talking? But more importantly, who is it you are asking to follow you? Think about that for a minute. You're asking people that want to chill, vibe, smash some doves, show some doves, smash that follow button, and show you some love. They're not going to do it because they're going to look at you and think, do you even speak English? And another one. Bro, brew, bruv, fam. What, you like 5 years old? Is that what it is? You're 5 years old. You want to attract other 5-year-olds. It doesn't work like that. You think about where those words are aimed. They're literally aimed at people of 11 and 12. All right? Is that who you want to attract? Are the people of that age range going to buy subs for your channel? Are they? No, they're not. Because you won't use English. You just think, oh, I know, that sounds good. That sounds like street talk. That gives me street cred. That's what other people use. So if I use that, that will make me really interesting. No, it doesn't. It makes you as boring as fuck. It really does. Here's another one. I'm live on Twitch. Come hang out. I'll be streaming at 5 PM tonight. Please come and join. I'm grinding for affiliates. Show me some love. Why? Why should I show you some love? What you've got to remember is this isn't 12 years ago. 12 years ago, you might have been the only one in your category streaming, right? This is now 2022, all right? You might be up against 100, 500, or 1,000, or even 5,000 people in your category, all streaming the same time as you, all streaming the same game. You've got to ask yourself, what is it that I've got to do? Why will they come and watch me and not the other 4,999 people? Yeah, why? Why would they come and watch you and not the other 4,999 people? Well, they won't. They won't because you've not made it interesting. You've just demanded they come and show you some love. But you can get around that. You can get around that very easily. Instead of demanding people follow you, Give them a reason to follow you. Give them a reason to view your channel. Tell them something about your channel. Tell them something about yourself, all right? Tell them something interesting, something that arouses the curiosity. You've got about 5 seconds from the moment the person first sees your promotion in the groups. You've got about 5 seconds to grab their interest. If you don't grab their interest in that first 5 seconds, they're not gonna follow you. They're not gonna come and watch you. Don't ask for followers, okay? You don't want followers. Followers are the last people you want. Followers are empty calories, all right? Followers don't pay the bills. Followers don't buy subscriptions. Followers don't do anything except give you a number that you think looks good. What you're after is you're after viewers. And if you're an affiliate, you're after subscribers, not followers. So don't go and say, follow me and I'll follow you. Because they won't, right? If they do click on follow you, right, they'll just follow you and that's it. They won't interact with you. They won't do anything else. They'll just follow you. There's no point having a person like that, right? You want them to actually view you, okay? You actually want them to actually view you. You want to be a viewer. Like the 3 viewers that I've got that I've asked to come in and say hi, but they won't. I've got a funny feeling I'm one of those viewers because I've got a browser tab open with me in it. So I might be one of those viewers. So in that case, I've only got 2 people watching me. Because I've advertised this. Oh, Rainbow Beach is watching me, so that's one of my reprobate compatriots, which means that if I'm one viewer and Rainbow Beach is another viewer, that means only one of you is watching me. Now this is despite me telling you, oh, Magic Midget, right? So in that case, the only people watching us are ourselves. Which means I've been telling people for the last week in all these groups they're doing it wrong. If they want to know how to do it right, come and watch. But they're not coming and watching, are they? Because they don't want to know how to do it right. They don't want to know how to work hard. They just think link dropping and just saying nothing about yourself is the best way forward. So they just think it's just, arouse my curiosity. Have a look at the advertisements of the promotion posts that I put out for our show, right? I actually go into these groups and I tell people not to watch me. I tell them not to. Well, when I'm advertising the 3 of us, I say, don't watch us. All right, we're absolute rubbish. Don't come and see us. We're absolute rubbish. You don't. It'll be a complete waste of time coming to watch us. And do you know what? People come and watch us to work out if we are a complete waste of time or not. But if I said, come and watch us, fam, bro, bruv, smack that follow button and show me some love, people would look at me and think, are you some kind of idiot? Because that's how I look at people like that when they don't talk English. So find something unique about yourself. Find something that causes you to float above all of the others. Now, if you're a gamer, right, it could be something as simple as, if you look at your game, right, every game that I've ever played, there's always a hard bit that some people don't know how to do. Maybe you know how to do it. That gives you an advantage. That gives you something to trade on. That gives you something that you can promote yourself with. So it's instead of saying, come chill and vibe with me, throw some dubs, show me some love and smash that button, fam, right? What you can actually say is, well, I'm playing this game and I know this bit's really hard. So I'm going to show you how to get over this bit. Straight away, you're going to appeal to some people. And that's exactly what Rainbow Beach has just said. Creating quality content that you can use time and time again when not live, like tonight's stream, is good working practice. You may not get the numbers live, but quality content will work for you passively even when you're asleep. Yes, it will. I'm going to leave this particular stream up for 60 days. And it will work for me. Watch how many viewers I get over this stream. All right? Because I will direct them to it and I'll say, look, come and look at this stream. So those are the things you've got to do. So you've got something like that. That's something unique. That's something that gives you an advantage over everybody else because you're actually saying to people, I can help you do this. Another thing is that you've got to be able to say, but you've got to be able to, like I say, when I first started this stream, there were no watchers, no viewers, right? And yet I'm holding this stream completely by just chatting. And you've got to do that. When you've actually got your viewers, you've got to talk like you've got 1,000 viewers. And you've got to keep talking. And you've got to talk. If you ignore your viewers, they will just walk away. Do you know, the other day, when we finished our stream last Friday, I raided another channel. Okay? We had 14 viewers and I raided another channel. Within 10 minutes, all of the raiders, all the people I took into that other channel had left. The reason they had left is the guy who was on the channel who raided didn't acknowledge them. He ghosted every single one, even though several of them said hi quite a few times. And this was a guy, right? This is a guy that I actually saw in one of the Facebook groups saying, please come and follow me. Please come and see me. I need viewers to make affiliate. Well, I gave him 14 viewers. That would have pushed him, if he'd have kept just 5 of them for an hour, that would have pushed him into affiliate. But he didn't. He managed to piss them all off in under 10 minutes. And I thought, you really are a waste of space. You know, keep an eye on your figures, keep an eye on what's going on, and don't wait for people to talk to you. Another thing that I get from the groups is people say, well, I'm not going to talk to people unless they talk to me. It don't work that way. You've got to steer the conversation. You've got to guide the conversation. You've got to be the guiding light, all right? You're the leader, not them, you. So you've got to talk to these people, even though they're not going to talk back to you. So like I said, one of the simplest things anybody could do, they don't do. And the same applies in Reddit, okay? On Facebook groups, like I say, you've got that bio page that when you click anybody's name on Facebook in a group, it takes you through their bio page, which is not their main profile page, it's their bio page for that group. In Reddit, if you click on somebody's profile, it takes you through to their profile where you've got fields there where you can actually enter your Twitch username. And if anybody clicks on it, it will take them to your Twitch channel. They don't do it. The number of people on subreddits that I've clicked on, and that's just been blank. And the number of people in Facebook groups that I click on their name and I go through their bio page, it's just blank. All right? 1 or 2 have actually bothered to change the picture. Well, that's about as much good as a wet wank in a wheelbarrow. Right? You want to have your Twitch username right there, so that the first thing they see when they click on your name is your Twitch username. Even if you're not actively promoting it in a post, when you comment on a post, people will click on that name to see what it is, see if there's something about you that interests them. If you don't see their Twitch name there, you're never going to find them. But yet people just piss that away. They have no idea. And Tracy's just said, and often no face cam, so it's just gameplay. No chat, no face, don't know what this person has to me or look like. Yawn, exactly. 12 years ago, gameplay you could get away with. But it's not 12 years ago, all right? You've got 1,000 people out there all just playing games. Ask yourself, right, do you really want, do you actually want to go and watch somebody play a game? No, you don't. What you want is you want to be entertained. The game is secondary. What you want is you want to be entertained. And if somebody hasn't got a face cam, they're not entertaining you. Yes, you could have made it big 12 years ago without a face cam, but that was 12 years ago. Now you need a face cam. You actually need to entertain people. You've got to be an entertainer. If you can't entertain people, you're not going to make the money. So again, that's something you've got to bear in mind. Now, coming back to these posts you make in Facebook groups or subreddits, right? You come on and you say, I have one comment tonight and said, this group is useless. Nobody from this group has followed me. Well, no, that's exactly why nobody's going to follow you from a post like that. What you're doing there is saying, actually, look, I'm a spoilt little child that's going to have a petulant soul because you're not following me. Instead of asking people to follow you, instead of just saying, smash that follow button, fam, instead of expecting people to come and give them a reason to follow you. Give them a reason to want to see you. Arouse their curiosity. Do it in that post. Do it in the first few lines of the post. Arouse their curiosity. Make them think, oh, hang on, I better go and have a look at this guy, see what's going on here. And then when they do that, and they click through to your Twitch, and they spot that you haven't changed your logo from the default logo, or your about page is blank, or you haven't got any schedules on your video, they're just going to wander off again. You just wasted another opportunity, you just pissed it away. When I click on somebody's Twitch page, right, the first thing I do is I look at their about section, right? I say, right, okay, let's see what this guy's all about, or this girl's all about. If there's something there, I'll read it, and I say, right, okay, let's see when they're next streaming. And so I go to their schedule. It's right there on the front of the page. Okay. I go right there, when you're next streaming. Oh, they're not, there's no schedule. Oh, right, okay, so you don't really want to be watching, do you? You're not giving a schedule, you know. It's like going to the station, right, and getting a train to somewhere and not knowing when the next train is. Oh, it'll be there, it'll come along when it comes along. You know, that's not good. You think, well, okay, if that train's not... If you can't tell me when the next train where I want to go is, I'm going to go and get a bus. It's the same thing. If you can't tell me when you're next going to be streaming, I'll go and find somebody that will. And that's where the no effort or low effort works against you. Just merely slapping your name on a page is doing you no good. In fact, it's harming you. It's harming you, and it's harming every other Twitch user. You're not actually doing any good. You're just wasting promotion. Make it interesting. Make people want to come and visit you. Say something unique. Be unique. Is there something about you that's unique? Is there something about the game that you play that's unique? Tell them a joke. Yeah, I know. Sounds stupid, right? But tell them a joke in your promotion post. Tell them a joke. The longer the joke, the better, right? Because it arouses interest. You know, you see two people there saying, "Hello, I'm Fred X10. Come and show me some love and smash that follow button." Or, "Hello, I'm John 20. Here's a joke," right? And they tell a joke. It's much more interesting, and you think, okay, I think this person's got a bit of a sense of humour. I'll go and watch them. And they do. They come and watch you. But like I say, that's only half the problem. Once you've got the viewers, once you've got the people to come and visit your Twitch page, right, you're then pissing everything else away because you haven't changed off of the default Twitch logo, all right? And that to me just smacks of laziness, all right? That's just somebody that is demanding viewers for no effort on their part, all right? It's dead easy to get a logo. I mean, I give logos away free, for God's sake. So it's dead easy to get a logo. And then you look at their about section, and there's nothing in there, and you think, I want to read about you. I want to understand why. I want to know why I'm going to watch you. Tell me something that's going to make me watch you. And it's just blank. And like I say, the last thing that they do is they just waste their schedule. All right, because if you don't know when somebody's going to be next streaming, you're not going to make the effort to come and watch them. It's really is very simple things that you can do that bring you more viewers. They won't bring you viewers in the hundreds. They won't bring you viewers in the thousands. But they will start to bring you more viewers than you had before. Okay. Now I'm already affiliate. I'm already an affiliate, so it doesn't matter. And at the moment I've got 4 viewers. And if you look throughout this stream, that will be my average. So I've managed to build up to that 4 viewers to be affiliate. But other streams I might get 6 viewers, I might get 10 viewers. We've had 15, 20 viewers, I think, before. But that's what you're after. You're not after the massive influx of 75 or 100 viewers. You're after just 1 or 2 each time. If you can pick up 2 extra viewers per week, you're going to get somewhere before you know it. If you can maintain an average, all right. To be honest, I'll be quite happy with 4 viewers all the time, because out of that 4 viewers, average of 4 viewers, I've had 12 subs. Okay, that means that, you know, people want to support me, want to show me love. That's the other thing I don't understand. Show me some love. What exactly does that mean? All right. What they're actually saying is, I saw somebody else say, show me some love, so I thought that would be a good thing for me to copy and put it on there. No, it's not. That's not love. All right. Love is when you interact, when you work with your audience. And like I say, there's 4 of you out there. A couple of them, like Rainbow Beach and the Mad Mitchie, have interacted, but there's 2 there that haven't. Although I suspect one of them's me. So, but I mean, if you're out there, come in and say hi, interact with me. Let's talk for a while. But those are the things. Those are the things as a Twitch streamer you need to remember. You need to be different to everybody else, and you need to start at the basics. So, the thing I would suggest is start looking at your Twitch page. Let me just start looking at your Twitch page. Fill in the about section. Don't just say, "Hi, my name's Fred. I'm a streamer that streams Apex." Right. Tell us something else about it. You know, my name's Fred, and I'm a serviceman, and between my duty shifts, I stream Apex, and I absolutely love streaming Apex. Or give a bit of history of how you got into being a streamer. Make it there for somebody to talk about, and then set a schedule. All right, set a schedule, even if it's just once a week. Right. If they look on that schedule and they see that in 3 days' time you're going to be broadcasting at 9 o'clock at night, there's 1 or 2 people will actually make the effort to come and see you. If they see nothing there, they're not going to make the effort. Oh, this guy doesn't really care. He's got no idea of what he's going to be broadcasting next. Well, that's not what I want. I want regular. I want to be able to know in advance when I'm actually going to see somebody. So those are changes you can make at the Twitch end. And then we come to Facebook or subreddits. In Reddit, go into your profile, all right, and add your Twitch name where it says social, right? Add your Twitch name. That will then become a clickable link so that people can actually click on your name, on your profile, and then they're greeted straight away with your Twitch URL, and they can click to your Twitch URL and go through to your page. They're not hunting for you, all right? They're not, oh, Christ, I've got no idea what this guy's Twitch ID is, so I'm going to give up and I'm going to go and watch somebody that has got a Twitch ID. On Facebook, edit the bio in that Facebook group page, all right? Each group page, your group page is unique to the group you're in. So if you edit it in one group, it will stay default for another group, but just edit it, right? In the edit bio section, make the very first thing there, twitch.tv/your username, all right? It makes you easy to find, all right? And then go on, you've got 150 words then to say a little bit about yourself. Say something quick and interesting, you know, like, I can help you with the difficult parts of this game. That's, you know, I'm not a gamer, I don't really play games, so, but that's something that people are after. You've got to give people something they want. So just making those little changes there will maybe bring you in an extra 1-2 viewers a week. If you're bringing in 1-2 viewers a week each and every week, you'll gradually increase it. And like I say, you're not going to increase at the rate they did 12 years ago, or even 5 years ago, because they've got 5 years ahead of you. Look at the state of my... Sorry, I'm sweating like crazy here. Look at the state of my shirt. And then once you've made those changes, then when you make your initial post, before you make your initial post, research, all right? Ask yourself some simple questions. Who do I want to come and visit me? You don't want everybody to come and visit you, or you don't want anybody to come and visit you. A lot of people actually say, oh, yeah, well, I'm not really going to do very well because of these girls in bikinis and hot tubs. Do you really, really want the viewers that sit there with one hand doing disgusting things into socks, watching semi-naked women? Is that really who you want on your stream? What is it? Leave it to the women. You know, that's their market. They're not taking your viewers away. They've created their own viewers. And that's what you've got to do. You've got to research who you're aiming at You're an Apex player, so you're aiming at other Apex players. So there's absolutely no point in going into a Valorant group and saying, I play Apex. None at all. And just link dropping is not doing it. Oh, just link dropping and boom, bang, I play Apex is not doing you any good at all. Another very simple thing that you can do is such a simple thing that's so often overlooked. Whatever your speciality in streaming is, there's a subreddit or a Facebook group for it. Let's take Fortnite. Go into the Fortnite group. Do not just post a post saying, I stream Fortnite, show me some love. Look at the threads, right? Read them. And then watch what people have people talking to each other. And then try and interject in the conversation your URL that's something that's very relevant. Now, I said that I don't play games. I do play a game. One game called Empires and Allies, which nobody else plays. But that's probably because it's too complicated for most people. Like I said, they want low and no effort. And Empires and Allies does take a bit of effort. But what I do is I go into the Facebook Empires and Allies group, and I don't just drop my link in there. I wait until somebody says, well, they put a picture up of a base and say, I've got difficulty taking this base. How would you take this base? And I actually say, well, have a look at this VOD that I made of me taking a similar base. Right? So I haven't actually spammed them. What I've done is I've looked for something that's relevant to the content that I've got and posted along those lines. I might just say that I've actually now stopped playing Empires and Allies on Twitch. I've moved it across to Reddit, and I'm not doing it on Twitch anymore. So that is a bit of an analogy that doesn't work for Twitch. But this show tonight, right? I see people in the groups, and they make a post saying, "Come and watch me, fam." Or why aren't people coming to watch me? And I just put underneath, you're making the wrong sort of post. I don't say anything other than that. And most of the time, they don't even respond to that. And you think, idiots. Because the very first thing I do is say, well, what do you mean I'm making the wrong sort of post? But one or two people do. And then I'll say, well, look, come and have a look at what I do, what I've got to say on Thursday night. I'm making my link dropping relevant to the conversation. I don't normally, right? Because what I do is I expect them to have a little bit of common sense and click on my username and then see my URL. But it's these little simple changes that will increase your viewership. All right, it will bring you viewers and not followers. Like I say, you don't want followers. Followers are empty calories. They're just bulk. They're just taking up nothing. And they won't follow you, all right? They're not interested. They're just... Everybody in these Facebook groups and Reddit subreddits aren't out to help you. They're out for themselves, all right? They don't want to help you. They want you to help them. All you've got to do is turn that around a bit. You've got to make them want to help you. All of the things that I've said go a little way to doing that. You're turning it round. You're making yourself more interesting. You've got something more to say. I've even got people saying, well, I don't know anything interesting about myself. And I think, well, all right, don't fucking be a streamer then. You know, if you're not going to make the effort, don't be a streamer. Just having the game up and streaming it does not mean that people are going to flock to your doorstep. They're really not. All right? You're just wasting everybody's time. Make everything relevant, make it interesting, make it relevant, and only drop your link where it's viable. Or if you're going to post a new post with your link, make it interesting. Arouse people's curiosity. Don't ask people why they aren't watching you. Don't have a bitch about why people aren't watching you. Instead, turn it round and tell them why they should be watching you. What is in it for them? If they come and watch you, what do they get out of it? If you come and watch me, what you get out of it is you get a little bit more knowledge of how to promote yourself. Okay. Now I know I've only got 4 people watching, but that's because people are lazy. Several times I've made a post saying you're making the wrong sort of post, and they've said, "Well, what post should I be making?" I've said, "Well, come and watch my stream." And I said, "No, I don't want to do that. I want you to tell me right now." I'm not going to tell you right now because I don't give that information away for free. If you give it away, right, you're going to get idiots that are going to take it and misuse it and just make it worse for everybody else. So if you want the information from me, if you want the knowledge that I've got, you have to do a little bit of work. And the little bit of work you have to do is to watch my stream. I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking for anybody else. I'm just asking you to watch my stream. If you watch my stream, you might learn something about promotion, which is very important. You might learn how to promote yourself a bit better to get that extra viewer. That's what you want. You want that extra viewer. Right. Any questions? Says he to five people now watching him. 5 people now watching him that are not going to respond. I don't think, but that's all right. I can carry on talking. I'm just gonna sip of my coffee. All right. So I'm not blanking you. There's 5 of you watching me. Any questions before I tell you what else you can be doing? Oh, right. If you're clever like me, remember I said I'm busy online but wanted to stop to say hi. Okay, Naomi, hi to you as well. If you're clever like me, you can do things like this. Just let me call it up. Just be a couple of seconds, right? Instead of just link dropping, right? You can actually make an intro. You can actually arouse people's curiosities by doing things like this. Right? This is one that I made yesterday because I just felt like it. Oh, come on, where are we? Where are we? Where are we? No, it's not there. Where did I put it? Oh, I put it there. That's it, right. Here we go. Look, watch this. There you go, look. An intro, right? It's a fake Google search saying, where can I get an intro like this? And then a link to my Twitch, right? That's different for everybody else. It makes you more interesting. It makes you more noticeable than anybody else. If you haven't got the technical abilities like I have to be able to do that, how about instead making up some clips, right? They only have to be 3 10-second clips, right? Put your favourite action clips together, 3 10-second clips, put them together into a single video file, and when you post your link, say, this is what happens on my stream. Immediately, you're gaining interest. That's what you want to be doing. That's what you want to do. Anything that makes you different from anybody else, that's the important trick. You need to be different. If you can't think of ways to be different, if you don't know how to be different, seriously, give up streaming. All right? Give up, or, carry on streaming, but give up any idea of being a mega rich and mega famous streamer, because all the ones that earn money are the ones that have learned that they've got to be different to everybody else. And I see a lot of people saying, oh, you don't want to stream that game, you're in an oversaturated category. Absolute shit. You can stream that game. The category might be full of people, might be full of 5,000 people streaming the game. All you have to do is make yourself more interesting than the other 4,999. And you can do that by just simply posting that intro that I did. It's as simple as that. Just going to have a look at my messages for a minute. Yeah, we're back. We're back. All 3 of us should be. Well, it's debatable, Naomi, because my chemotherapy starts tomorrow, and I've got I've been at hospital today, and I've had my line fitted so that I can. My dangly bits. Look, there's my dangly bits. Yay! Where all the chemistry goes, where all the fluids go into my arm, just there. Look, covered in blood. That's all my dangly bits. So that's where all my stuff for my chemotherapy goes in tomorrow, and I start that tomorrow. So I don't know how I'm going to be feeling. This chemotherapy that I'm on is actually a very nasty one, and so I'm not looking forward to it. Plus, of course, my symptoms have been coming on thick and fast. Really thick and fast. And I'm sitting. I've got one fan there, another fan down there, all full speed blowing on me, and I'm still pouring with sweat. It's 12 degrees in here, and I'm absolutely pouring with sweat. You can see it on my shirt. So I don't know whether I'll be about tomorrow, but I think even if I'm feeling like absolute shit, I should be able to organise it so that Tracy and Mickey are about, even if I'm not. So that's the plan, anyway. That's the plan. So, have we got any questions? Have we got anything that anybody wants to ask me? Or have you all learned that exactly? Or have you all learned now? You need to know what to do to become a successful streamer, and now you can go away and do it. By the way, that intro that you saw, I make those. I can make you an intro. I can make you that one if you want it, but that won't make you unique. That would mean you've got an intro like I've got. But I can make you a unique intro. And you can get that from channel points, right? As well as emotes. And Naomi will tell you that I make some decent emotes and decent logos, and that will actually make you a channel intro if you want it, all for free. All you've got to do is get enough channel points, and you get channel points by watching my channel. See, that's another thing that you do. You give people something they want, and that often surprises me because I've seen a load of people in these streamers groups saying, "Well, I want a logo, but I don't want to pay for it." And I've said, "Well, okay, come and watch my channel for a couple of days, and you'll get a free logo." And I say, "Oh no, I don't want to do that. I want somebody just to make it for me for free." Good luck with that. Good luck with that. I'm sure somebody will. But it's everything else. It's no effort or low effort, and that's the worst thing that they can be doing. Anyway, that's what I've been through tonight. I'm going to cut the stream short. I'm actually going to end the stream in about 15 minutes, which means I've been an hour because I'm getting no interaction. That's not a sulk. I've got to be careful with my health. Like I say, I'm actually pouring with sweat here, and I do like to get some interaction. Tracy, I know, has also been looking at the same groups. So Tracy, have you got any observations to add to the ones that I've just discussed? Anything you want to add to that for our viewer? Which I don't think we've got any viewers. I think me, Naomi, Mickey, and Tracy. That's it. That accounts for our 4 viewers. But is there anything there you want to add, Tracy? I can see Mickey's just going to post stickers all night, so that's that. Otherwise, 12 minutes. I think you've covered it most very well from what we've spoken in the past. Yeah, I do. I think I've covered it exceptionally well. But people won't. Do you know what? I'm surprised, Tracy. When I was an eBay seller, an eBay power seller. I don't know if you ever got as far as the exalted halls of power sellers, right? But I would tell people these exact things. There we go. I told you all Mickey would do is throw things, right? I got to the exalted highs of an eBay power seller. I would tell people, right, this is what you need to be doing. This is what you've got to do. And they would queue up to tell me how wrong I was. And they would tell me constantly how wrong I was. So I'm surprised that nobody's told me how wrong I was. The thing about them telling me how wrong I was, that 90% of them have all fallen beside the wayside, and here I still am. So I couldn't have been that wrong. But that's people. They just like to tell people how wrong they are, which I'm surprised I haven't had in the Facebook groups or on my stream. But that's because telling somebody they're wrong takes effort. The other way you can create interest is you've got to be a special sort of person to do that. The other way you can create interest is to cause controversy. People love controversy. If you can cause controversy, You can create interest, but it's got to be done carefully, and you've got to be the right sort of person to do it. You've got to pick something that you know will rile people up, and then say, well, I'm going to talk about this on my stream tonight. I saw a podcast stream about 6 weeks ago where the host had decided to talk about abortion and the abortion laws in America, which I know happen to be very much in the news and very contentious. And he had 150 viewers. The reason being is he was being controversial. You got to be. I won't do it. I'm not that confident that I could be controversial and keep the thread, keep the chat intact. But that is another way of doing it. Just to tell you, just to change subject completely, just to tell you about my cancer, in case those of you have heard it before. The reason I'm mentioning it is, shock jock is a fine line to walk. You've got to be the right sort of personality to do it. And you've got to pick the right subject, because if you pick the wrong subject, you're in a lot of trouble. The other reason, right, I'm going to take the last 10 minutes to give you some very important public information. September is National Blood Cancer Awareness Month. Today is National Lymphoma Day. I have lymphoma, which is a blood cancer. It's a very nasty cancer because it can't be cured. It's incurable. It is treatable, which is what I'm having starting tomorrow, but it's not curable. So I will have my treatment, and that will send me into what's called NED. Not remission, but NED. No evidence of disease. And the hope is that that will knock me into that condition for 5 to 10 years. This is my fourth lot of chemotherapy. The 3 lots I've had before have only managed to knock me into NED for about a year. But I'm going on to the most powerful chemo of the lot. And there is hopes that that should do the trick. Lymphoma is a blood cancer that you only know about when you've got the symptoms. One of the symptoms is, in my case, I had a lump appear on my neck there. I was looking in the mirror one day and I thought, got a lump there. That looks a bit odd, because it wasn't there a couple of days ago and it's growing quite fast. I've got a mate called Jason who's got exactly the same lump that I had, and I've told him to get himself to the doctors, but he won't do it. And the other day he was complaining to me that he's lost all his teeth on that side, and I'm thinking, well, I am not a doctor, but I'm willing to bet that's cancer. And the way it's eating into your jaw and into your bone, it's telling me that it's cancer, and it's telling me that it's probably, even if you did go to the doctors now, it's too late, because once lymphoma has got into your bone marrow, you've got problems. But a little lump appeared on the side of my neck, and I started suffering these awful sweats, which I'm suffering now, but I'm suffering them during the day. I would suffer these sweats during the night, and they were absolutely awful. I would dream that I was swimming, and I'd wake up covered in this film of sweat, and I'd stand up, and the sweat would actually be running off me in rivers. So I took those 2 things to mean this isn't a very good thing. And I went and saw my doctor, my GP, my general practitioner. And she took one look at the lump on my neck and said, that needs looking at. We've got a fast-track referral service for suspected cancer. And she said, yes, I've told you it's suspected cancer. Your symptoms and the lump indicate to me that you've got lymphoma. So I went on this fast-track route, and within 2 weeks, I was seen by a specialist. They took a biopsy. A week later, they gave me the results, and yeah, my GP was spot on. It was cancer. But I'd gone to my doctor early enough that it could be treated. If I'd have left it another year, it would have been untreatable. But I went early enough that it could be treated. So my message to any of you is, if you start, I know women when they go through the menopause, right? They say that they go through the sweats, right? I promise you, I've been around women enough of my life to know that the minor hot flushes that you go through are nothing compared to the sweats of lymphoma. All right, I am talking real sweats where everything you wear is soaking wet. All right. This shirt, in a minute, this shirt, if I take it off, I will be able to wring it out, and I'll probably be able to fill this cup with sweat. All right. Not a hot flush. I'm talking real sweat. And like I say, a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, a bit like the menopause." No, it's nothing like the menopause. Nothing like it at all. Fatigue, chronic fatigue as well. You do get extremely tired. You also get weight loss. Now that's something I never fully understood until it was explained to me. The reason you lose weight when you have cancer is because the cancer cells need starch and sugars to multiply. So when you're eating food, the cancer cells are stealing all the good bits out of your food and leaving you with the pointless bits. So you actually start to lose weight. So there are the signs. A mysterious lump suddenly appearing on your body, excessive sweats, and losing weight. There's actually a formula, and it's 10% of your body weight in 6 weeks. If you lose 10% or more of your body weight in 6 weeks, that's a certain sign of cancer. So fatigue, sweating, weight loss, lump. Any one of those four, any combination of those 4 symptoms, you should be going to seeing a doctor. You could be completely wrong. My lump could have been a cyst. All right? My excessive sweating could have been the male menopause. My exhaustion, I don't know, could have been a thyroid problem. And I don't know, because I'm not going to I didn't self-diagnose myself. I thought I'm going to go and see the doctor about this. And they could have been minor problems. And the doctor would have said, "Oh, it's just a cyst. It's nothing to worry about, Or you're just a little run down with your tiredness. It's nothing to worry about." But they didn't. They actually put me on the path to a cancer diagnosis. So what I say to people there is, if you've got any of those symptoms, go and see your doctor. All right? You might feel like a bit of an idiot. You might feel like you're making a fuss. You might think it's nothing. If you leave it too late, okay, it can't be dealt with. You can't treat it when it's left too late. And it's easier to go to your doctors and walk away feeling a bit of an idiot than it is to leave it too late and it can't be treated. So, yeah. Take your time. If you've got any of those symptoms, go and see a doctor. Even if you've got the hot flushes, right, and you think it might be a menopause, go and see your doctor. It might well be the menopause, right? It might well be the menopause, but it could be cancer. And I can promise you, the treatment is not a very nice experience. I had my arm cut open today under local anaesthetic and tubes fed all the way up through the veins to buy my heart. Okay, that's when they put the tubes in, you feel the tubes going in, and when they cut you open, it really isn't a nice experience. Tomorrow they are going to pump me full of some of the nastiest chemicals you can think of that will do awful things to my body, including making me lose all my hair, possibly all of my nails. All right, it's going to make me violently sick, and it's going to make me feel like absolute shit. And I've got to go through this for 6 months at least. All right, and it really isn't very nice, especially the sickness, right? It's just constant sickness where you just want to throw up, but you can't. The hair loss, I shaved my head. As soon as I found out I was going on this treatment 2 weeks ago, I shaved my head. I thought to myself, I'm going to own this problem. I'm going to make this problem. I'm not going to wait for my hair to fall out. I'm going to shave my head. So that's what I've done. I've shaved my head. But I am absolutely dreading tomorrow when they start putting those chemicals in me. And before they put those chemicals in me, they're going to give me steroids and antihistamines, which means I'm going to both want to dance on the ceiling and fall fast asleep at the same time. And then they're going to put those horrible chemicals in me. They're going to make me feel absolutely awful. I can't tell you how bad these chemicals make you feel. I can't tell you how bad chemotherapy drugs make you feel. They're absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. And I'm going to put myself through it because I want to get better. Well, I'm never going to get better. My cancer can't be cured. But I'm hoping this time maybe I can get another 5 years. Yeah. Another 5 years before it comes back would be great. And I'll put myself through the next 6 months of hell for that. Yeah, one of the side effects, I was reading about it, right? My testicles might ache. I've never had that side effect before. Oh, they've ached, but they ache, but yeah. A good emptying sorts that out. But yeah, your testicles might ache. I might lose sensation in my fingers and toes. That's called peripheral neuropathy. I might get a nasty rash. I might get a lot of things. Or I might not. But I'm prepared to go through it because I know it's going to fix me. I hope. And that's why, if you've got... It might sound horrible what I'm saying about the chemotherapy. I promise you, the alternative is a lot worse. Just the symptoms I'm having these last couple of weeks is an absolute nightmare. Do you know, I got up this morning at 7 because I had to go and have my surgery. I got back here at 10. I went to bed at 11 and I slept until 1. I got up at 1. I was back in bed again at 2. I had an hour's sleep then. Then I was back in bed again at 4. I had another hour's sleep. And then I was back in bed again at 6. And I had 2 hours sleep because I'm so fatigued. Couple that fatigue with this awful sweating, right? And these symptoms I'm hoping will go away. So yeah, if you've got that lump, if you've got that sweat, if you just generally don't feel good, go and see your doctor. All right? Go and see your doctor. Because they will put you in touch with a specialist, because a blood cancer is not a very nice thing, but it can be treated. In fact, I've got lymphoma, which is incurable, right? But a lot of the blood cancers, like leukemia, can be treated and can be cured. In fact, a lot of the lymphomas can be cured, but the particular lymphoma I've got is follicular lymphoma, and that cannot be cured. So I'm very unlucky there, but some of them can be cured. But again, it's all down to how early you get that treatment done. Anyway, on that note, I've been at it for an hour. I've not really had any feedback, but that's fine. That's fine. I can live with that. I'll leave the VOD up for 60 days, and I'll point people to it. And I'm going to go and watch. I'm going to go and watch some crap on television. Probably have a poo, as you do. Oh, that's another thing, right? This chemotherapy is going to... They said to me, you might get constipation or you might get diarrhea. It's what it's not. Or you might get both, alternating. So this chemotherapy is going to mess with every single one of your body systems. So I'm going to take the rest of the night and I'm going to chill. And my chemotherapy starts in the morning. I might actually stream from the hospital, depending on how I feel. We'll see in the morning about that. Anyway, I'll say good night to you. I'll say good night to you, Mickey. I'll say good night to you, Tracy. And I'll say good night to anybody else that's watching. And hopefully we can have another techie night where a few more people are watching. And we can have a bit of a chat. So, good night, Mickey. Good night, Tracy. And good night, the rest of you.